Hey everybody, this is Joseph Hasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to Wild Card with Mark Everett Kelly, two-time Emmy Award winner for ESPN. All right, Thursday night football, and the Philadelphia Eagles, coming off a loss, invade Meadowlands to take on the New York Giants. New York Giants have a good quarterback. They've been playing better lately. Do you expect the Eagles to fall two in a row to the Giants, or do they wipe the Giants here?
No, I don't think the Giants are going to win two. I mean, how do you beat the Chargers at home and then wind up losing to the Saints? You know, Jackson Dart did. I know. Well, turnovers. Like, don't talk. Turnovers are a sore issue with me, being that my team can't force one. But even though he gave up 26 points, I mean, what was Rattler was 0-10 as a starter before that game. Like, after you beat the Chargers, who were considered like one of the big teams in the AFC, starting 3-0, and beating, the Chiefs as one of the teams, you figure you got to beat the Giants on the road, right? That's the whole problem with the Chargers. They're so inconsistent. So then the Giants beat them at home, and then they lose to the Saints on the road. Like, there's no way. Philadelphia's ticked off. They're gonna lay the smack down.
They're going to lay the smack down. All right. So you expect them to cover 6.5?
Easy.
6. So cover 6.5 easy. All right. Let's before we get to the other games this weekend, week 6 weeks into the NFL season, what has surprised you?
What has surprised me? Well, obviously, I expected more out of Aaron Glenn. And the lack of discipline, the lack of defensive intensity, the fact that they've allowed like 30 points in almost every game. Their offense has been so inconsistent. Yeah, the first game against the Steelers where they consistently went up and down the field, of course, until the last 2 minutes, and then they go 3 and out. But you say, okay, we got something positive there. And I think they haven't really called the game plan for Fields. I think he's a specific type of quarterback. You need to get him in rollouts. You need to get him on the move. You need to take advantage of the fact he can run. There's no pass run options. So that they're one team I'm disappointed in. I guess the Chiefs are 2-3, but they're probably bored. When you've made 8 straight AFC Championship games, I think you kind of take the regular season for granted. The AFC South. All right, you look at the Colts, and then you look at who's the other in Jacksonville, 4-1. Jacksonville beating Kansas City.
Yeah,
that surprised me. And then the NFC. I guess you expect Tampa Bay to be 4-1, but they've won every game pretty much in the final drive. Philadelphia being 4-1, Detroit being 4-1, no problem. San Francisco pretty much the same thing, and San Francisco's one loss was to Jacksonville at home.
All right, well, that's Thursday night football. Mark will be back here for the weekend to preview Sunday and Monday's matchup. My Buffalo Bills play Monday. But, Mark, let's talk about this. I'm getting rave reviews. I got to go to where you are for this Stampede or Corral there or whatever, because I gotta eat. I haven't been eating in a good 6 hours.
Yeah. Well, I'm lucky to have 2 sponsors. Cattle Stampede is in Fort Payne over here, run by a guy called Miles Smith. And Miles really
cares. I want to give a shout out. Miles Smith, you do a tremendous job with Mark Everett Kelly there, and you make him look like a superstar, even though he's not. All right, so Miles,
that's hard to do.
Thank you for that. And if you want high caliber production and hosting and all that, give me a call. Mark shouldn't take all the credit, all right?
Hugging it up. But yeah, and he puts together these great deals for middle class families, and he has great food. And I think during today's times when everything costs so much, he really goes out of his way. Same thing with Bobby Ledbetter for cars. Like those guys, when you buy a car from him, you don't ever consider buying.
And hold on, what's his name? Bobby Ledbetter?
Yeah.
Okay. If there's ever a car dealership name All right, if there is ever a guy that you trust with his name, it's him. All right, and by the way, I may need a car sooner or later. Okay, so that's the other thing. But those sponsors, I wish in Canada we have half of good as those two sponsors. And by the way, the restaurant, superb food. I have talked. I'm not joking here, not because I know you or whatever. I have talked than other people than you in where you live, for pain and everything like that, and they claim about some sort of hamburger, some sort of thing that he makes. It's very fan friendly, very fun for the family and everything like that. So superb eating. Visit them and tell them where they're located.
They're located in Fort Payne, Alabama. If you go exit 218 on Route 59,
Fort Payne,
right off the exit. And you want to hear something funny, Joe? I'm subbing today at a place called Plainview. Their principal's name is Nick Ledbetter, but they're not related.
And now you're going to tell me he likes wrestling.
I don't know.
We'll find out before Sunday.
Let me text them.
All right. Find out before Sunday's show. That's Mark Everkelly, who picks the Philadelphia Eagles by 36 Thursday night on Thursday Night Football. Thanks a lot, Mark.